Hey guys, this is Silver Call Games, or what you want to call me. I have so many names. I have Chino, Wi-Fi, my real name Raphael, but we're gonna get that into the end of the video. This is my first YouTube video. This is my Yu Hero deck profile. It's kind of like the competitive Yu Hero deck profile, but it's like a fun version of it, but it could be competitive at the same time. But like, it's like average. So I'm gonna get to the deck profile, guys. Please leave a like and comment. And sorry about that. I have an eBay account too. I will talk about that in the ending. But I want you guys know. I want you guys can see my eBay deck profile. See what you think about it. Just because you guys want to make a eBay deck profile, Sorry about that. You could invest in that in making so many other decks that people playing that just like heroes, and you have the same deck just on different ends. You have one different card, or you playing two different copies of cards, or like a little bit more extra than this card. I ready yet. So I'm gonna show you right now, guys. So the first card we play is Three Dust Ago. I know Three Dust Ago is very expensive. I got him cheap when he came out. So if you want to play him, you can play him, but this is the deck you had to play him just because he's your hard soul hero deck. Or you want to make an hero deck, this is the three cards you have to play him with. And basically, you can add any Dark Fusion or any Dark Fusion tech, so it helps this deck a lot. So right there, unless you're playing Army Hero build, like all the heroes like Vision Hero, Emerald Heroes, Destiny Heroes, and then the Eva Heroes, you only need to play one of him, really. But if you want to play the pure Eva Hero deck, you need to play three of him. Then next we're playing one Necrom. Necrom is basically not that bad. You only need one. Like unless you're playing a different version of it, then you can play two. Basically, was in your graveyard, you could vanish him to special summon Eva Hero monster from your hand or deck, and really, and the one you're gonna special summon is Malicious Edge. Malicious Edge is not a bad card. It does piercing damage, and he could basically be a polymerization or a card that you use for a fusion substitute. And I'll show you the combo when I do the combo. But you don't lose this host effect when you opponent control one monster, you tribute one of your monster in your field because you gonna summon him easy, really easy with this card right here, Necrom. These two like go together, like they're like better. And then next we're gonna play four vanilla cards, and I think you guys already know these four vanilla cards because this build is kind of like Team Samurai, but it's kind of like my own unique Eva Hero build. Then because Team Samurai plays Flame Rima and I play the other version of Flame Rima, if you guys know about that, you guys should know. If you watch the GX series, or you don't, you should probably know the other version of Flame Rima. But if not, you will see it sooner or later. Um, one Avion, one Berserker, and the extra cards we play for the Vanilla, Sparkman, and Clayman. These are the four cards we play for our fusion targets for one fusion monster, or two fusion monsters in this case. Next, Emerald Hero Bill, or Emerald Hero Package. Sorry, what you could lose Bill package. Three Stratos. I see people play two or one, but it all depends what kind of build you want to make because it's your own style of decks. Because I see people play Fusion Destiny, and I see some people play the Vision or Trinity, and there's nothing wrong with playing any of those cards because that's your style. You feel like Fusion Destiny is a good card, play it. You feel like Vision Hero Trinity is a good card, play it. Because at the end of the day, it's your own style. No one can judge you what kind of deck you want to make. Because at the end of the day, you want to play it like that, you can play it like that. Because at the end of the day, it's your style. It's like saying someone's gonna make fun of you because you play a zone character in a fighting game, but it's your style of playing that character. And really, yeah. So that's just my personal opinion. The next card we play is two Shinraments and one Arceus. Basically, I think you guys already know what it does. Add a card and it pops how many Emerald Hero cards or how many hero cards you control. This add a max hero changes this card special summon, and when this card is in the graveyard, it adds any hero and Arceus for OTKs. And really, yeah. Next division package. So we're playing three Ferris, two Increase, and two Vion. Now, I'll be honest with you guys. These cards are amazing. They will help you with. These cards will help with any hero deck. It could be a Destiny hero deck, a Vision hero deck, a Animate hero deck, or a Ear hero deck. doesn't matter. It will help you with this because it always make you combos. You should always play these combos. Like I know you see a lot of people play these on variant, but these are the cards you need to have in deck. Like for example, I don't have to play um, these vanilla cards. I could just play these two and keep and take out these two. But at the same time, I have the space to play it. Oh, same thing with the Evil Hero package. I could just play the 3 Dusty Gold. I don't have to play the Necrom or Malicious Edge, but I have the space to play it. But with these cards, you need to make sure you have the space to play them because they help you make combos. I know they're expensive, but you can't afford them. Then you could play the main Vision Hero package or the more Enmity Hero package, or like a different. You could play more hand traps or more like stun decks or cards to stop your opponents to make combos. I really yet. And that's my personal opinion. If you don't have the money to pay these cards, like these cards, like I say, I think around the 17 or 18 price. The Vision of Vion is not that. He's like a couple of cents, like $1 or two. These are expensive, so I understand you guys can't afford it. But if you want to just play it a different version, you can just play the version I just say. And really, yeah. Next, we'll play 2 Ash. Same thing with Ash. You can play Effect Rare. It's kind of the same thing as Ash. The only difference is Ash negates more cards and it's only once per turn. Effect Rare, it could be any tone, but it basically has to be during the main phase. So let's say your opponent adds a card, you can activate Ash for that. But if you have Effect Rare, you can't do nothing with that. It has to be on the field. So that's the downside. If you have space to play Effect Rare, then go ahead, because that card is still good. You should, if I had space for this hero deck, I'll play 2 Ash and 2 Effect Rare, because that card is really, really good. But that's all the monsters. I believe we're playing 24 or 26. I'm not for sure, because this is like, I think, a 44 card deck. Anyway, yeah, so first we'll play Hero Lives. Then we'll play 3 emotion card. Sorry, you guys can see the space. And we'll play 1 water. To be honest with you guys, if Hero Lives it was back up to 2, I'll probably take up this card, an emotion card to add 2 Hero Lives, 2 emotion cards, and 2 reinforcement. But to be honest with you, I feel like this is fine too, because you don't need an extra Hero Live, because like it's good special summon cards. You gotta know, you can know some again. Well, not know some again. You have a space for Nova Summoning, but at the same time, I feel like this version is okay. But if in my personal opinion, I would keep this. But if Hero Lives does come back to 2 and make it really, really good, then take an emoji card that adds second Hero Lives. And really, yeah. And next for the fusion cards, 2 max change. You only play 2 max heroes. You only need to play 2 max change just because you're not playing a lot of max heroes in your extra deck, and if you play a lot of max hero, that usually be the Army hero build or like the Destiny hero build. But I don't see a lot of people play Destiny hero builds no more. Like maybe the OCG people plays them, but not the TCG people who plays it. But I only play 2. 2 is a good enough. So because you only need to summon, the main one, Stalkerlaw, and the other one I play. Next, we'll play 1 Polymerization, and then 1 Miracle Fusion. These are the cards that you need, and plus it's basically your Sunrise package. Make Sunrise with this and add Miracle Fusion, and really yeah. We're not technically your Sunrise patches, but he's the one that sorts your Miracle Fusion. Next we're playing 2 Dark Fusion. I'm so sorry I came here covering because I just drink too much water. I think you guys don't know nothing about Dark Fusion. Probably some of you do, probably some of you don't, but Dark Fusion basically is kind of like the opposite of Polymerization, and the upside of this card is it can be targeted by, as you guys can see it, with spells or trap or card effects in this turn. Because your opponent can activate, your opponent can target spells or trap or card effects on this turn. Well, basically on the hero card, and really yeah. So not bad. Next we play 2 Dark Coin. It's basically a Miracle Fusion, but 10 times better. You can use it from hand, field, or grave. And really, yeah. Next we're playing 1 Supreme Castle. If you guys know the reason why I play it, because we're playing 1 card that you see in a couple of seconds. But Supreme Castle is basically it. When you have in the field, you can activate polymerization, super polymerization, or any polymerization card that has polymerization in the field. So you can lose that as a Eevee hero. You can lose that as a Dark Fusion polymerization, which is not that bad, but you're not gonna lose it as much. But his second effect is basically when you have an Eevee hero monster attacks opponent's monster, or it goes to battle opponent monster, you can send one Eevee hero monster from your extra deck, or main deck, and gains the attack equal to the level times 200, I believe. Um, yeah, times 200 for in the battle, and then even leaves if this card leaves the field, it still have the attack, which is not bad. I don't know if I explained it right, but you guys can look it up. If you guys don't understand it, I could explain it again and try and go slowly. Forgive me on that, but this is my first time making a video. Hope you guys give a lot of support on this. Make a like and subscribe and share with people, because I think people will like this version of Heroes, because I never see nobody play this version of Heroes. And next card we'll play is True Mixing Minds. I know Team Sunrise was playing this build. If you play this build, you know the other card gonna play. I know this card is toxic and it's annoying to deal with, but you have to play against those top meta decks, because you know this is a I'm not gonna Heroes is kind of like it used to be a top deck, used to be a meta deck, and used to be a world deck, and I feel like now it's like the middle of it. But you need this card to help you win games, and plus it's easy to take this card off because of one typical card, favorite hero. Favorite hero is good because when you have this card, you activate target level 6 higher fusion monster, I believe. Yeah, I think level 5 higher hero monster you control in the field, and then when you enter battle, you could basically put a field spell from your hand or directly from deck to the field, and it activates it. Then you could take this card, put it in the grave to make a second attack. But the thing is, the reason why I play this card, because let's say we have Mixed Mind in the field, right? And then we'll make a combo, and then opponent has like a bunch of monsters, we could make our full combo. We got the Favio dump Mix of Mine in the graveyard just because we could add the Supreme Castle to the field or to the hand, and that's how you lose you win the games, because of this card. Take out Mix of Mine, because I know if we have more monsters in your opponent's field, we can attack. But when this card activates when we go to battle phase, the beginning of battle phase, you could basically pop this card, this special summon another field spell card, and ready up. So those are the spell cards we play. Next we'll play 2 cards of the grave. I know some of you play 3, same thing with Ash, forgot to mention that too. But I feel like 2 is enough for this deck. But if it has the space, yeah, I'll probably play 3. Same thing with Ash, but I don't have the space, so 2 is not that bad. Right there. Now for the extra deck. Oh yeah, before I went to go to the extra deck, guys, this is my Eevee Hero mat from T Summer X. I like some of his mats. I like his contact too, but his mat is really cool. You should go check out his mats, or check out his website, because he has some cool mats. He has some cool sleeves. I never had his sleeves before, but it looks nice. I probably would have that when I make like a samurai deck or like an ancient warrior deck, because it would be unique. I'm that type of person that has to be unique. Like I know these sleeves are not like Eevee Heroes or hero sleeves, but if I had them, I would totally put it on them. It has to be the same thing. Like the mat has to be the same thing from the deck I'm playing. Same thing with the sleeves. Unless it doesn't have it, then I just get regular sleeve, or try and get something close to that sleeve, and already it. But I like this sleeve. This is only limited time only, so it's hard to get. I was thinking of getting the field center call of this, because I have this field center for these guys, but it was only for his booster box video, so I was like, oh man, I can't get it. Fuck it, Nvidia. But yeah, sorry about that. I do swirl, but not as much. But I would try not to swirl on YouTube as much, but I might swirl once in a while. Off to the extra deck. We're playing 2 Eevee Hero Malicious Vein. He can't be destroyed by battle or card effect, but he could be targeting. And then he could pop any card in the field as long as it's around 3,000 or less than 3,000, and it keeps that attacks would be on that level. And really, yeah, so isn't that bad. And then next card we play is Eevee Hero Malicious Fiend. Now this is a card that no one see or never played before. Basically, Malicious Fiend is basically one of those cards that she's one of those. It's kind of like a Hamon, but not that good as Hamon. Like Hamon Lone Striker done the second beast deck. I mean the second beast structure deck, not deck. Sorry. Basically, she's the only card you could target. And you got to destroy this card before you just tag another opponent. If you can't, it has to attack it. If you can't attack it for some reason, then this isn't that. I'm trying to make sure you guys can read it. But that's basically it, and it's showing of it. Because basically she's one of those cards that you have to destroy your foes before you attack another monster already yet. Which is not bad, but we don't saw as much. We lose for Supreme King Castle already yet. And the next two cards we play, I feel like it's the better version than the Flame Ringman, is Evil Hero Fornerine and Evil Hero Lightning Golem. Lightning Golem basically can destroy any card in the field. Well, target any card in the field. You don't have to score nothing or do nothing. You just pop one monster. Doesn't matter if it has high attack thing. You can just pop it for free. You're going to activate once per turn. Basically for Lightning Golem. And for Evil Hero Fornerine, and this is a better card than Flame Ringman. Like Flame Ringman is not a bad card, but this card could basic end games if you have the full combo. You have Honest Neos, Supreme King Castle, and an extra hero Phone Advisor, and then maybe let's say the opponent monster's defense position, and that's most likely game. It depends on the defense too. But if you have Fornerine basic does when it attacks a monster defense position, it does piece of damage, and when it goes sent to the grave, you deal damage from the attack or defense. So let's say for example, Lightning Golem defense was higher than his attack, so that means you take more damage to defense when it's sent to the graveyard. And let's say was just Fiend high as attack defense, you take the damage of the attack because it's higher. And then say Vayne, it's both 3,000, you just take 3,000, they're both the same thing. It all depends which one's higher. If say the attack's high, you take damage of that. If the defense high, you take damage of that. Which is 10 times better. So it's really, really, really good than a Flame Ringman in my personal opinion. Because Flame Ringman is not bad. It just, she has more better abilities than Flame Ringman, you know? So really, I know you guys couldn't hear me because I'm kind of a little bit far away the camera, but I was trying to speak as loud as possible. Really, yeah. So next, we play 3 Max Heroes. We're playing 2 Dark Claw and 1 Plasma. I think Plasma is good because Plasma can pop cards. Well, not pop cards, it can send cards to your opponent's hand. And it could target one monster when this card's special summon, and you lose 500 attack. I think 500 defense too, I'm not for sure. I think it only loses 5, it loses the 500 attack. Oh, it loses half of the attack of the current attack. And you pay 500 to target a spell trap. Sorry about that. Forgive me guys. Being why I played this deck. I have a Sacred Beast deck too, because I was trying to play that more, but like, it's not bad, just it gets some big hand. That's why I bring up my Sacred Beast deck. That's supposed to be a secret, but you guys know, I have 2 other decks I'm about to make soon. I'm going to post that video when it comes in the mail. But maybe tomorrow I might post the Sacred Beast. I don't know what time, but it might be around this time too, or maybe a little bit earlier. So really, yeah. But back to the conversation. Sorry about that. I don't be that type of post and then just change the subject and goes back to the subject. But these are the only 3 Max Heroes you can play. Really, yeah. Off to our opponent position cards. We're playing Sunraiser and the Amateur Shiny. I feel like these cards are good. I mean, Shiny is good if you're playing the light attribute. Unless you're playing the water attribute, you should play the Max Hero. And Amateur Hero adds to 0, and then Max Hero Asset. But Shiny is good because it gains 300, I believe 300, right? 300 for each Amateur Hero for the Vantage Zone. And then after when this card is sent to the graveyard, or sent from the graveyard, you could target up to 2 Vantage Amateur Hero cards, which is not bad. Sunraiser, basically, Animate Confusion, and when your opponent attacks any Amateur Hero card except for Sunraiser, you can activate this effect to pop that card or pop a card in the field if they couldn't activate one effect because one card is negating it. And really, yeah. And the card I play this deck, I feel like it's good, and not a lot of people playing, is Vision Hero Trinity. Trinity is not bad because Trinity can help you end games. Like if you with this deck, let's say I lose all my resources for these cards right here, or all my resources for my main deck. Trinity is your main boy. He's your main boy to end the game. Like I know a lot of people don't play it because there's so many other cards you can play, and there's so many outs you go play. But not a lot of people expect this card because a lot of people think, oh, you're not gonna play Vision Trinity, or you're not gonna play one of those cards that he used to have were really good back in the day. But when they saw it, but like, oh wow, fuck, because of one card, it really is. So it's always good to have that sneaky card in your extra deck. For the Link Monsters, we're playing Action Hero Foreign Divisor, and this is the better version of it. Cause Team Samurai X, and then some other people, I think Raw Hero loses for Number Heroes, and the Grand Neo, the Amateur Grand something with the one you lose the Noah Monster. Um, they're not bad to lose this, but I feel like it's better for Eel Heroes because it's meant for Eel Heroes because you read his last effect right here. It's saying right here. Once per turn, Fiend Monster is called point to against the attack of equal to the level. Fiend Monsters. Uh, Lightning Golem is a Fiend. Phony Ring is a Fiend. Malicious Fiend um, is a Fiend. And the Vayne is a Fiend. So you figure if, okay, it helps get Fiend Monster attacks. This is meant for Eel Heroes. Like, you can use it for other decks. Like, I'm not trying to judge nobody. Like, you can play with these cards with any other deck. But these are more good for Eel Heroes. It helps to support more than the regular hero deck, or like a deck that helps it. Because I know, I get it, people like this card because you can add the materials of it to by really one hero monster. Say I have your hero from the ring, for example, or Lightning Golem, or even Malicious Fiend. I can add the materials from the text. So Malicious Fiend, I can add Malicious. Sorry, add Hero Malicious Edge. Hero from the ring, I can add Avion Percentage Check and claim man. Lightning Golem, I can add Claim Man and Sparkman. With Vayne, I can't really add nothing because there's no name on it, but it basically adds the materials for you, which is not bad, but it's more better Ear Hero budget. Ear Hero build, because at the end of the day, it fits it more better. Like, it fits with any other deck, but this fits it more 10 times better. It really is. And then we're playing Wonder Driver and then Dread. Uh, these cards are the basic cards to play. This one gains attack for each hero in the graveyard and just piece of damage. This one add the polymerization when this card special into the zone, and when you get destroyed, special hero from your hand. Then really it. And then this is my token, my Jane token I got a long time ago that you guys want to talk about it, I could talk about it, but it's like a story that, I don't know, like, it's one of the stories that I was young and really it. But, back to the side deck. So we're playing, obviously we have this card playing Nibiru. So we're playing 3 lands, 1 Gameciel, 1 Nibiru. I feel like you only need 1 Nibiru just because, like, the build I'm playing, like, we could just, if we know that person has multiple calls or one specific type, we'll lose that call. Anyway, yeah, and then plus this is only like a one-time thing. And I don't want to say it as often, but if I do need to play more, then I'll probably take out Gameciel to play another Nibiru, or take out lands to play another Nibiru. Really, I'm sorry I keep losing this. I'm just used to that. Um, really, and then we're playing 2 Ghost Locals for the new world cards. I know I'm not playing no locals yet, but when this whole thing comes down, the whole COVID-19 comes down, I'll probably need these in my side deck. So, really, yeah. Next for spells. 2 Dark World no more. I know this card is expensive, but it helps you in the meta game and helps you to win a game. Twin Twisters. This is basically the budget version of Lightning Storm. If I have the money to buy Lightning Storm, then I totally put Lightning Storm in Twin Twisters because it's the same thing. You can pop spells or traps, but 10 times better because you can pop monsters, or spells and traps and everything. Yeah. And the last card play is 2 Super Power Musician. That's why I want to play 1 W, because if we know if a opponent playing, let's say example, with they playing like a Cyber's deck or they're playing a Dark deck, usually it would be the case. Those decks are popular. this is a perfect out for it. And speaking of that, starring Venom on Fusion Dragon, and then Oath Golem and Nesto. I think you guys know what these card does. Basically, when you special summon, you target a monster you put on control against double attack, and then it has a second effect. I forgot. And the Oath Golem basically the same thing, but a different version starring Venom, but video yet. So that's my side deck, guys.